This conference will now be recorded.
Well, and as of declaring variables, different data types available in Java, and string class. These are the few basics we learn in the Java. Now, today let me introduce you the conditional statements. Java conditional statements. I hope most of you people know about the conditional statement. In every programming language, we have these conditional statements. In every programming language, we have two types of conditional statements. They are if condition. If some condition satisfied, execute some code. If the condition not satisfied, execute the other block of the code. If one conditional statement. If else, nested if, all comes under the if condition. If you want to execute multiple conditions, we have another one, that is switch case. So these are the two conditional statements available in Java. The first one, if condition. See, the syntax will go like this. If we specify some condition. Generally any condition may return either true or false. A condition may return either true or false. If the given condition true, you want to execute some code. The statements what you want to execute, you are going to put here. If the condition, supposing, if the condition false, I do not want to execute any code, we can leave the else part. Else part is not mandatory, it is optional. Check this one. Here I'm inserting a main method. Here I'm inserting a main method. Here I'm declaring two variables, int a, b, two variables. I'm storing some value into a. I'm initializing some other value into b. I'm putting a condition. If a greater than b, if these conditions satisfied, I want to execute some code. I want to print a is big. I want to print a is big. I run this code. Yes, this condition will be satisfied. Now you are getting the output, a is big. We are receiving the output, a is big. One moment, everybody. So I'm not audible. Am I audible or not? Okay. Sanjana, check out from your end. From my end, it is clear. Well, so now, if the given condition satisfied, I want to execute some part of the code. See here, I'm changing the value, b value to 50. Will this condition satisfy? True or false? This condition will become false. As the condition false, there is no else part, nothing will be executed. Okay? See here, in the output, there is nothing. The code was executed, there is no output. Now, if the condition false, you want to print something else, then we can use a else block. Now I want to print, for example, A is not big. Something like this. If the condition not satisfied, I want to execute the code in the else part. If the condition not satisfied, the code in the else part will be executed. A is not big. So the simple if condition. So once again, if some condition, if the condition satisfied, I want to execute the code inside the if part. If the condition not satisfied, I want to execute some other code. You can put the statements in the curly braces, inside the curly braces. The other statements I want to execute. Got it? Right here. Now, do remember, using these curly braces is mandatory or optional? You ping me your answer. In the syntax, using these curly braces is mandate or optional? Optional? Let's see this. See this. I remove the curly brace from here, also here, also here, and also here. Is the editor showing any errors? Is the editor showing any errors? Meaning, no errors here. Let us run this code. Or I'll change this value so that we can see some output. I remove the curly braces inside the if and else part. Now we are getting the output A is big. So here, curly braces, mandatory or optional? Yes, optional. Okay. Let's see now. Here, I'm adding one more statement here. Something. Whatever it may be, I'm adding one more statement. Some another statement. Let us run this code. Now you tell me what happened. You observe and tell me what happened. It is showing error here. See, clearly observe. I'm removing this statement. Again, I'm putting the statement. So if we have multiple lines of code inside the block, then follow the braces, curly braces. So if you have only a single statement, the curly braces are not mandatory, but it is an optional. We have another method, but I strictly recommend if you have either a single statement or multiple statement, follow curly braces. It is preferred way of writing the code. Right. Now, here, once again, I want to print A is big or not. If, so what are the total chances here? I want to print biggest among the two values. Here there are three possibilities. A may be B, or B may be B, or two may be same. Two values may be same. So here, first I check A equal to B or not. I'm comparing the two things. And keenly do observe, in this statement I use a single equal operator. Here I use single equal to. Here I use double equal to. Here double equal to is a comparison operator. Single equal to used to initialize a value into a variable, whereas double equal to used to compare the two expressions. It's a comparison operator here. First I'm checking two are same or not. If really two are same, I just print both are same. If two are not same, then I put one more condition. I'm putting one more condition here. A, other possible condition. If A is greater than B, now I want to print A is big. If the first condition satisfied, this code will be executed. If the first condition not satisfied, second condition will be tested. If the second condition satisfied, this code will be executed. If the second condition also not satisfied, the code in the else part will be executed. Here I am printing simply B is big. I will say this is the perfect logic here. All possibilities are covered. Now let us test the code. Here I given 10 to A, 5 to B, the expected A is big. Here we are getting A is big. Now I change the value. I am storing 50 into B, the expected B is big. Now I am giving the same value into the two variable 10 and 10. The expected both are same. Now we can say our logic is perfect. All possibilities, there are three possibilities. A may be B, B may be B, or both may be same. All the possibilities are covered with the help of the if condition here. If the first condition satisfied, the code in the if part will be executed. If the first condition not satisfied, it goes to else part. It will verify the second test condition. If the second condition satisfied, the code in the if part will be executed. Even second condition also not satisfied, the code in the else part will be executed. Do confirm everyone, you understand this code? Here I explained if condition, usage of if condition. How to use the if condition I demonstrated here. Do confirm everyone? Well, now Let me explain the other one, switch case. Before I explain the switch case, let me explain the same with another example like this. Here, I'm declaring a variable to store my course name or whatever. See here, I'm declaring a variable string course equal to, I'm assigning a single character here. For example, S. Now, there are, say, for example, 4 possible options. S for Selenium, Q for QTP, L for load runner. If the given input value not matching SQL, my course should print invalid course. So I'm writing a condition here. If the course value equals, friends, in my previous example, I used double equal to. But here I'm using equals method to compare with another one. See here, in the previous code, I used double equal to here to compare with another expression. But here I'm using equals. Why? Because in the previous code, I compared the numeric expressions. Here I'm comparing the string. The string class, here course is a string, right? The string object provided a method equals or equals ignore case. So I'm using the methods to compare with another string. Well, now, if the course value equal to yes, I want to print Selenium. Otherwise, I want to test another condition. If the course value is L, or if the course value equal to Q, whatever it may be, Q, I want to print, say, QTP. Else, one more condition I want to test. If the course value is L, I want to print load runner. If the course value not matching any one of these given conditions, not S, not Q, not L, then I want to print, say, invalid course. Well, so now the user may give the value here. The user may give any value. Now I'm giving a value, for example, Q. You keenly study the code and answer my question. When I run this code, what is the output you get? If you understand the if condition, for this input Q, what is the output you get? Few people answer QTP and few people are answering invalid course. Yes, QTP or invalid course. These are the two options here, QTP. Here we are comparing a string. Here I have uppercase Q. Here in the condition we have, I use equals, not equals, ignore case. I use equals, not equals, ignore case. This Q not equals to this Q. Definitely this condition will not be satisfied. So no condition will be satisfied. Finally, the code in the else part will be executed. Yes, you get invalid course. So we are receiving invalid course. Okay. See here, the end user may give the value either in lowercase or the end user may give the value in the uppercase. I want to control this with my code. If lowercase character given or uppercase character was given, I want to print the appropriate value. So instead of using equals, we use here equals ignore case. Equals ignore case. Yes, I am giving. In place of equals, this I am replacing with equals ignore case. So in any format it was given, you get the appropriate value. Here also, instead of equals, here I have to give equals ignore case. Oh, sorry, here we have to give Q. Now, when I run the code, we get QTP now. I'm changing this value to either lowercase s, we are getting selenium, or uppercase s, here we are getting selenium. So now I am giving a value x, this condition not satisfied, second condition also will be not satisfied, the third condition also will not be satisfied. Finally, it goes to the else part. Now we get invalid course. Right, I hope you understood this. This is all about the if condition. This is all about the if condition. Now, supposing there may be multiple courses. Supposing I have 4, 5, 10, something like that. Let's say there are 10 possibilities or 5 possibilities. If I go with the if condition 1 not satisfied, else condition 2 not satisfied, else if condition 3 not satisfied, the code will become too complex. So if you really want to check multiple possible condition, if you want to really check many condition, rather than going for a nested if, complex nested if, it is better to go for a switch case. Switch case used to check multiple possible conditions. Here, I'm implementing the switch case. Switch case used to check multiple possible conditions. So after you type, for example, something like this, press Control space bar, we can select the switch. The rest of the syntax will be generated. Switch the variable name. Here my variable name course. Here my variable name is course. Case, it's nothing but the first if condition, like that. Case value 1. Case value 1. I'm giving yes. I'm giving X. First, what I will do, I remove the data from this. Case yes. So I want to print selenium break. Break meaning every case needs a break statement. If the first condition satisfied, execute this code, break, exit from the condition. It comes here. After executing the code, it won't verify the remaining condition. Simply it exits from the break from the switch case. I want to check one more condition. The second condition I'm giving, Q. If these conditions satisfied, I want to print, for example, QTP. I said every case need a break. I'm giving one more condition. Case L. After case value, you have to put colon. If this case satisfied, I want to print, say, load runner. Every case need a break statement. Default is optional. If I use default, it is similar to else part. If first case not satisfied, second case not satisfied, none of the cases are satisfied. If really you want to execute something, it is equal to else part. You can keep the code inside the default. Say like invalid course. Now I'm giving the value here. I'm giving, say, for example, L. Right. See, the previous code and this code, we have a proper structure here. If you really want to check many conditions, rather than constructing a complex nested if, it is better to go with a switch case. N number of cases we can check here, like this. If any one of the conditions not satisfied, you want to run some code, some other part of the code, then only you need the default, otherwise it is not needed. It is simple to understand, easily readable. So rather than constructing a complex nested if, better to go for switch case if you really want to check multiple possible conditions. Well, if I run the code, you tell me what is the output we get. If we run this code, what is the output we get? Load runner, invalid, load runner. Just now I have demonstrated. Here we have L in uppercase. In the condition we have L in the lower case. Then how we get load runner? Definitely we get invalid codes. Because this L ASCII code value is different. This L ASCII code value is different. And many times I'm repeating. See, in a computer system comparing the characters, it will compare with the ASCII code. As simple, uppercase A is not equal to lowercase a. Well, now my question. I do not want to put these values, each and every value in uppercase. In the condition, I'm giving all the expressions in the lowercase. The end user may give the value either in the lowercase or the end user may give the value in the uppercase. Whatever the format they give, I want to print. Maybe for lowercase L, uppercase L, I want to print load runner. You tell me as per my code as it is, whatever available. Here I'm using all lowercase values here. What you want me to do? Either lowercase L given or uppercase L given, I want to print load runner. Right. What you want me to do? Equals ignore case. Where you want me to use equals ignore case? There are multiple conditions here. Two lowercase. We are comparing with some string. All are available in the lowercase here. So better this expression also you convert to lowercase. How you can convert this into lowercase? For this reason only yesterday I have discussed some string related function. There is a function here, to lowercase. So either you give uppercase L or you give lowercase l, whatever. Finally, you are converting the value to the lowercase because your code comparing with the lowercase strings. Now, whatever the format you give, you get the right output. Now, I'm running this code. See, we have received load runner. Even I'm putting the L in the lowercase, we are receiving the load runner. Okay, here I'm putting uppercase Q, we get QTP. I'm giving even lowercase q, we are getting QTP. So based on your logic available, we have to use appropriate Java commands. I hope everybody you understood this switch case also. Do confirm, everyone. And you do remember here, wantedly I am removing this default part. I remove the default part. Here I am giving X. I'm giving X. You answer me now when I run this code, what you will get. Why we receive an error? There is no error in the code. Nothing will be printed because condition 1 will not be satisfied. Condition 2 also not satisfied. Even condition 3 also not satisfied. There is no default, that is else part. Nothing will be executed. I run, nothing will be executed. The output will be blank, nothing. See, there is nothing printed. Got it? Well, this is all about the switch case. Now, let me introduce, I hope you clear about the if condition, the switch case, right? I'll go with the next one, looping statements. Looping statements. So to your knowledge, you type me, you tell me, what is the purpose of looping statements in any programming? What is the need of looping statement for a programmer? To execute the code repetitively, to avoid repetitive statements, executing some code for multiple times, recalling, range, to print multiple values, multiple iterations. Well, correct. If I want to run some code, I want to run some code repetitively. I want to run some code repetitively for multiple iteration. Then we go for looping statement. See, I have a login functionality in some project. Initially, I created some code to test the login functionality using some data. One username value, one password value. Now my requirement, same login code I want to execute for multiple times. First with valid username, valid password. Then with valid username, wrong password. Then with wrong username, correct password. Then with wrong username and wrong password, something like this. Same login test case I want to run for multiple iterations, multiple times. In this scenario, we go with looping statements. So here, looping statement, simply called loops, are used to run the code for multiple iterations, for multiple times. Java provided while loop, do while loop, and also for loop. These are the three looping statements available in Java. Not only in Java, in all programming, this is a concept. While loop, do while loop, and for loop. Well, now I said loops are used to run the code for multiple iterations. While loop, do while loop, for loop, these are the three looping statements available in Java. First, I'll go with the while loop. See, coming to while loop, okay, the syntax will go like this. While we give some condition, then statements. So this is a while loop syntax. While some condition and the statements. So previously, in place of while, we have used if condition, right? We have used if condition. Now, in place of if condition, I'm using while. What is the difference? If some condition, if the condition satisfied, code will be executed. The statements will be executed. Now, in place of if, I said we can also use while. What is the difference between this? Coming to if condition, if this condition satisfied, these statements will be executed only for one time. It won't continue. Only one time. Whereas, if I go with while loop, if this condition satisfied, this code will be executed. Control, supposing here we have some other code. Control will not goes to this code. The given condition satisfied, these statements will be executed. It will go back and check the condition again. If the condition true, one more time this code will be executed. It will go back and check the condition. If the condition true, one more time this code will be executed. It will go back and check the condition. When the condition false, then only the loop will exit, break, then it goes and execute the rest of the code. Coming to if condition, this code will be executed only one time when the condition satisfied. If I go with while, this code will be executed infinite times if the condition is true. Infinite times this code will be executed. If the condition true, this statement will be executed. Again, it will go back and check the condition true. One more time, the code will be executed. If always the condition you have mentioned remains true, loop will never come out. To come out, if particular condition satisfied, exit, break, such kind of things we have to put. Let's see here. Now, just to demonstrate this, I declared a variable I with a value 0. Now, if I'm writing if condition, if I less than or equal to 100, if the I value less than or equal to 100, I want to print I. Okay, I want to print I. Then I'm incrementing the I value. There is a plus plus operator to increment the I value. I plus plus. What is initial I value? 0. 0 less than or equal to 100, true. and the condition true, this code will be executed, 0 printed. I plus plus, it is an increment operator. I becomes 1. Otherwise, you can write the code in this way. I equal to I plus 1. Instead of that, I value equal to existing value plus 1. Instead of that, I can increment it, I plus plus. Got it? Now, so you tell me when I run the code, what is the output you get? When I run this code, what is the output you get? When I run this code, what is the output we get? As of now, there is no even single right answer. True. Only 2 people just now given the right answer. Up to 100 wrong, 100 also wrong, 0 to 100 also wrong. The right answer is 1 to 99. That is also wrong. For this reason, I'm explaining you very slowly. Initially, I value is 0. 0 less than or equal to 100 true. See, I'm not using a while loop here. I put if condition. 0 less than or equal to 100 true. And the condition true, the code inside the code will be, the code inside the if block will be executed. How many times? Only one time, right? It's not a looping statement. If it's not a looping statement, right? 0 will be printed. I becomes 1. Exit. That's it. It exits. The code executed only one time. This code will be executed only one time because we have not inserted any looping statement. Now the output is 0. You understood why we are receiving only 0, everyone? We have not implemented a looping statement. I have inserted a conditional statement. The condition statement, if the condition satisfied, code will run only one time. Now I want to run this code for multiple times. In this scenario, we go for the looping statement. I use while here. While, if the condition satisfied, this code will be executed for one time. So now what is the I value? 0 printed. I becomes 1. Don't go further. It will go back and check the condition again. Now the I value 1. 1 less than or equal to 100. True. 1 printed. I becomes 2. Again, 2 less than or equal to 100. True. 2 printed. I becomes 3. 3 less than or equal to 100. True. 3 printed. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It goes up to 100. Say for example, I becomes 100. After printing 99, I becomes 100. 100 less than or equal to 100. True. 100 printed. I becomes 101. 101 less than or equal to 100. False. Loop exit. Loop exit. Now when I run this code, you tell me now what is the output we get. Starting from when I run this code, now it is a looping statement. Same code will be executed for multiple times. 0 to 100, 0 to 100. Excellent. Yes, we get 0 to 100. See, we have received the output here, 0 to 100. 0 to 100. Okay. Why after 100 it was exit? After 100, I value becomes 101. 101 less than or equal to 100. I mean 100. False. Loop exit. Supposing I am not incrementing the I value here. Initially I value 0. 0 less than or equal to 100 true. 0 printed. 0 printed. Now you tell me when I run this code, what is the output you get? I'm running it. So you observe what is happening. It is continuously printing 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 like this. Because the condition will never becomes false. Condition I value 0, 0 printed. We have not incremented. Again I value 0. 0 less than or equal to 100 true, 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 true. So while loop used to execute the code. While loop used to execute the code repetitively when the specified condition remains true. When the condition false, then only the loop will exit. I hope you clear about this. Okay, see other example here. The same thing. Now I value I have given 101. The I value I have given 101. You tell me if you understand the while loop clearly, what is the output you get? What is the output you get now? Initially I value 101. 101 less than or equal to 100. True or false? False. As a condition false, even this code will not run for one time also. So nothing will be printed. So while loop, see I'm showing you the output. There's nothing in the output. Even one time also this code will not be executed. So while loop, verify the condition first. If the condition satisfied, then only it enters into the loop body and execute the code. Once the code inside the loop was executed, it will go back and check the condition. When the condition satisfied, the code executed one more time. Supposing in the beginning itself if the condition false, even the code was not executed one time also. For this reason, we have one more loop called do loop. The other loop here, there's one more loop here called do while loop. If you want to run the code at least for one time, do, I'm not putting any condition here, do some statements. Do some statements. First execute the code. To continue the next iteration, I want to implement a condition, the while condition. So what is the condition? I less than or equal to 100. So now do loop, first execute the code. To continue the next iteration, the condition will be verified. If the condition satisfied, it will continue. So here, when I run this, your output would be only one time the code will be executed. It is printing just 101. It's printing 101. And after executing the code, it is verifying the given condition. As the condition false, it is not going further. For example, here I'm giving the value like this. So initially no test condition here. First code will be executed, then I'm incrementing the I value, it will continue the code. Now 0 to up to 100 will be printed again. So while loop, the major difference between the while loop and do loop, while loop verify the condition first. Once the condition satisfied, then only it start executing the code. Do loop execute the code first, then verify the condition to continue further iteration. If you want to run the code at least one iteration, irrespective of the condition value, we go with a do loop. If you want to verify a condition first, then execute the code, we go for while loop. Here finally while loop and do loop both are condition based. You want to test the condition first, then run the code while loop. You want to run the code first, then verify the condition to continue. Then we go for do loop. Right. Now, I hope you little clear about these two loops. So here today I have explained if condition, switch case. Today I have explained if condition, switch case, while loop, and do loop. And let me teach you another loop left in here, for loop. If you want to run the code for a particular number of times, I want to run some code for 10 times, 20 times, then we go for loop. The for loop will be simply like this. First, you initialize the variable. For example, I want to run from 1 to 100, I equal to 1. Then, how many times you want to run? Based on that, you need to put a condition. I less than or equal to 100, because I want to run the code for 100 times. Each time, how you want to increment the variable? 1, I plus plus. Now, the code you want to execute. I'm just printing the I value. It's a very simple thing. Variable initialization, condition to exit, because I want to run for 100 times. Otherwise, I want to run for 10 times. 1 to 10, I plus plus. Each time how you want to increment the variable. Now let us run this code. Now you get the output 1 to 10. We are getting the output 1 to 10. If I want to run the same code for 100 times, I increase it, I value, I condition I change. Now we get 1 to 100. Now we are receiving 1 to 100 here, right? I hope you understood the for loop. See, any of the loop, either while loop or do loop or the for loop, if you want to exit in between when a particular condition satisfied. For example, if I value reaches 10, I'm giving a sample condition. If any of the conditions satisfied, I do not want to go further, we can go for a break statement. What is this break statement? Whenever either while loop or a do loop or a for loop, whenever the break statement was executed, the loop will break. It will not continue further iterations. Now when I run the code, see what happens. See, we are getting the output from 1 to 10. But actually here I have given, the condition I was given 100. But in between what I'm doing, I'm checking some sample condition. If the condition satisfied, break. Otherwise, simply let's see what happens. I'm using break here. No condition I given, okay? I'm using break. You tell me when I run this code, what is the output you get? When I run this code, what is the output you get? Yes, you answer me. Initially, I value 1. 1 less than or equal to 100 true. 1 printed. Break. Break. Simply, it exits and then execute the code whatever available next. Statement after the loop. Only 1 printed. Break. Simply it will break, exit from the loop, continue the rest of the code whatever available. It's not continuing the loop. Whenever break statement executed, either while loop or a do loop or a for loop, it is applicable for all. Whenever a break statement executed, it will not continue further iteration. Simply the loop break. If any code available further, that code gets executed. This is all about the looping statements. While loop, do loop, and for loop. Okay. Well, For today, I stop here. And tomorrow, I'll introduce you array variables kind of concept. Array variables and Java collections we learn tomorrow. First, I'll teach you array variables. Array variables. What is an array? Single dimension array, two dimension array. There are some functionalities available in these arrays. We learn them, then we go further. Thank you. Good night. We continue tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow I'll take the class. Tomorrow I'll take the class. Okay. Tomorrow, Saturday, I know. Only Sunday, I'm not taking the class. Tomorrow I'll take the class. One person posted a thing. Do you have classes in weekend? As of now, there is no weekend, nothing correct? Right. Tomorrow we have the class. Thank you.